everybody, welcome to my 24-week update. I'm 24 weeks pregnant today. Things are still progressing really nicely. I'm aware I haven't done a couple of updates because I've been away to DC and I had a lovely time. There's some pictures on Instagram, there's also a little bit of stuff on my Facebook page. I have vlogs coming out very soon. Some of them contain just like travel vlogs and stuff, and some of them are to do with like eating out and being vegan in DC, but generally they're just there for your enjoyment, so I hope that you do enjoy them when they come out. I guess the biggest developments are that there's been a big change in my bump basically since 20 weeks. I think it's definitely popped out a lot, and maybe even since last week I think it's changed a lot. I think it's a lot bigger. So it's actually a lot fuller in the top here now, and I can feel his movements really high up close to my ribs. So my uterus has obviously got bigger, and so has he, and I can just feel movements much more all over rather than in one singular place. Belly button is pretty much popped out fully now. I don't think it's actually got, I don't know, it's almost there. I have had a few Braxton Hicks, sometimes quite strong. Sometimes they just seem completely random and I don't really know why, what causes them, but they just do. But they're not painful or anything, so it doesn't really bother me. I wasn't going to mention these because I thought they were a bit weird and possibly not pregnancy related. But then, having just spent the time with my sister, who's recently been pregnant, she mentioned these symptoms as well. So I thought I would tell you guys about them in my next video. So, I don't need to wear deodorant anymore because I simply don't seem to sweat. The other thing is, my hair is not oily. I basically don't wash it at the moment. I mean, obviously, I style it and I get it wet and stuff, but it really doesn't need shampoo or anything. And same goes for my skin. My skin is very dry. It's not really producing any of its natural oils. Complexion has been looking great for the last few weeks actually, which I'm really enjoying because I have so much trouble with my complexion normally. And the other thing is body hair does not seem to grow as fast, or maybe it's just not as thick or coarse. I think it could be a lot softer than it normally is, but I'm basically not really shaving that often. I mean, I didn't do it religiously anyway, because my hair is quite fine. As women go, I'm not particularly hairy, but I had noticed that basically I wasn't getting to the point where I was like, yeah, I should probably shave again. If you've had any of those slightly weird symptoms, I'd love to know about it. I have started oiling my bump when I get out of the shower, mostly. So I made this one myself. It's just a blend of jojoba oil and some essential oils. I chose 3. I looked up a blend and I chose lemon, orange and rosemary. So it actually has a really nice sort of earthy but uplifting smell, and I really like it. And I could use this wherever I want it, really, on my bump, on my hair, on my face, which is great. And the dropper bottle really helps with just getting out of the bottle mess-free. And then I've also started to read Ina May's Guide to Childbirth. So Ina May is a very famous midwife. She's mostly known in the US, but her books are great. This is actually my sister's copy, so I've borrowed it from her. And I want to read her other books. There's one on breastfeeding, and there's also one called Spiritual Midwifery. I'm doing a lot of reading with this pregnancy and a lot of just research and preparing ahead of time. I'm quite determined to have a VBAC, whether the consultant likes it or not, basically. I've got my sights set on a VBAC and I am preparing as much as I can, doing lots of work like with my mind and stuff, preparing mentally for birth and things like that. So this kid moves around an awful lot, which I'm taking as a good sign. He is super wriggly, and I think, judging from where I feel the movements, I think he's still in the same position as he was when we had the scan 4 weeks ago. So body around here, and then feet at the bottom, head at the top, and hands over here. That's sort of what I think is going on. I don't really know what he does sometimes. Sometimes it feels like he's tap dancing, or he's got like one of those boxing things. He often kicks my cervix, which is not the most pleasant of feelings, but nevertheless you have to just put up with it, right? And it's not like I'm going to get any more comfortable at this point. So yeah, 16 weeks potentially, or slightly more or slightly less left, and that is basically my update. So I'll just show you my bump. 24 weeks, looking quite round, quite pregnant right now. So yeah, no stretch marks. Hopefully the body oil will help with that. Yeah, still wearing non-maternity stuff, but I've noticed that this t-shirt in particular is starting to feel a bit drafty, so maybe, I don't know, a belly band or something might help with something like that. So that is pretty much everything I have to say for my 24-week update. I will hopefully be back next week with another one, and I hope you enjoy all the other videos that are coming out between that time, and I'll be back with another one really soon. Bye!